All right, what is up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Super excited for Kaspa. This update, we just hit new all-time highs, all right, and we've actually been following the structure so well, okay? Kaspa has been following the technical analysis to the T. I'm going to break down this video for you, break down the price action of Kaspa, so that way you guys can understand some of the movements that you're seeing in the market and really give yourself an edge, okay? When it comes to trading, all right, it's just like going to war. You need to have the proper weapons at your disposal, and you need to know how to use those weapons so that way you can increase your odds of success on the battlefield and really give yourself that edge that you need. So make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and we're going to jump straight into the Kaspa chart now. All right, and we were looking for a much larger three-wave structure. Okay, now if you're not familiar, the market likes to move in 5 or 3-wave structures. So we were tracking, in the last video I highlighted this. I said we're going to be looking for this larger 3-wave structure here to play out. Okay, and you can see we've already come up and we just hit 2 of our bullish price targets, creating new all-time highs on Kaspa. And man, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful to see. Now, I'm going to break down this chart for you guys. I know it may look complicated, especially if you're a beginner, but I just showed you guys that larger 3-wave structure. And what we're going to do is actually go in the past a little bit and break down the price action and show you guys what I mean about these different waves and the different types of structures that it likes to follow. So initially, right, we had this little wedge pattern here forming, right, and we did get our breakout of the wedge, and that started our wave 1 of this really, really massive 5-wave move to the upside, right? We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and we came up, we hit our first set of bullish price targets, and then we came up here and hit some more bullish price targets that we established. And if you've been watching my videos on Kaspa for the past few months, you've been able to capture a lot of this price action and really understand a lot of these movements. So make sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss any more updates on Kaspa, and you can stay tuned to all of the major levels that I'm watching, all right, and really get some good updates, frequently on Kaspa. With that being said, after these 5-wave moves, you tend to see a 3-wave correction afterwards, right? So if you get a 5-wave move, and then it's followed by a 3-wave move, then you're in a healthy structure to continue the uptrend, right? If this ABC down would have turned into a 5-wave structure down, then we would have broken that larger 3-wave structure that we were looking for, right? Okay, so, we're looking for this much larger structure right here. And if we would have broken past this 0.04 area right here and really created, instead of an ABC correction, and created a D and an E, right, and made 5 waves down here, then we would have invalidated that much larger structure, and that would have been invalidated. Okay, but ultimately there were a few signs that to say that after we hit these bullish price targets that we were going to pull back. So I'm going to break those down for you guys really quick. Now, if you're not familiar, you can use the MACD. Okay, the MACD is pretty useful for spotting entries and exits. If you take a look right here, we have the red line crossed below that blue line. That's an exit signal. Okay, so we got an exit signal here, and it was a good time to start being a little bit cautious. Maybe take profits if you're trading Kaspa, and if you're holding for the long term, maybe now is not the time that you want to continue adding to your long-term position, because there's a high likelihood we could get a move downwards, and you could potentially just get back in or dollar cost average at a lower price. Now, of course, this video is not financial advice. All I'm doing is really just breaking down some of the key levels, how I came to those key levels, the strategies we're using, right, and how you can use some of these to really help understand some of the price action. Now, we have these series of yellow lines all over the chart. These are the 3 major Fibonacci retracement levels, and we use these because nothing moves in a straight line up or in a straight line down. Okay, so we got the move down here after our sell signal. So now we're taking our swing high, connecting it down to our swing low, and after our 5-wave structure, we're looking for some type of an ABC correction. Okay, so we move down. We're saying, hey, now we might be getting our B wave up. We need to throw on our Fibonacci levels and see if we respect those. And if we do, then most likely we're going to continue heading downwards and create a new lower low for the ABC structure. Okay, now at that same point, we end up putting in a left shoulder here, a head, and a right shoulder. So we really got about 2 or 3 different strategies combined saying that we're going to have some type of pullback on Kaspa, right? We got the MACD sell signal, okay? And then we were looking for the ABC structure and a rejection at our major Fibonacci retracement levels. And that's exactly what we did, right? We moved down, we got a healthy retracement, then we continued that trend. Okay, and then we had the chart pattern as well, you know, the head and shoulders. So a few different things combined together to suggest this pullback, but ultimately we were looking for this pullback to really just start beginning the next phase up. So if we progress over here to where we're at now, in the last video, I said we need to break through these 3 levels right here to have any chance of hitting our bullish price targets to the upside. Because if we look on a larger scale, right, we have our swing high down to our swing low, and all of this was healthy retracement territory. But you can spot reversals, okay, whenever you're using the major Fibonacci levels, the 61.8, 50%, and 38.2, when you start to consolidate and break through those levels, right? So if you move down, retrace, consolidate, and then break through those levels, you can spot a potential upside reversal. Just like if you move up, retrace, consolidate, and then break through those retracement levels, you could spot a potential downside reversal. So, you know, I was updating us right around this time period here on Kaspa, and you can see we broke out, came back, and got a very strong breakthrough, and we actually hit our first bullish price target at 0.0108 and our second bullish price target at 0.012668. Now, Kaspa is definitely very overbought right now. If you take a look at your RSI, this is your relative strength index. This dotted line here is 70, okay? And above 70 is the technical definition of overbought. Now, just because something is overbought doesn't mean it can't go higher. Let's take a look over here. We were definitely overbought, and we ended up pushing up much higher afterwards, okay? But as a general rule of thumb, you typically don't want to buy something when it's overbought and extremely overbought, as the likelihood that there's going to be some type of a pullback is much higher than buying at levels that aren't necessarily overbought. So I just wanted to update you guys real quick on Kaspa. Amazing to see this. Love to see things following the technical so beautifully, breaking through our major retracement levels and hitting our larger wave 3 price targets to the upside. Now, if we don't really pull back, or we just get a small pullback and want to continue higher, all right, the next bullish price target is going to be 0.0149. And above there, we have one more at 0.017878. Now, I'm not saying we're going to hit those anytime soon. It's definitely possible, but just keep in mind that it would make sense a lot if Kaspa did do some type of a pullback. Now, we'd prefer for it to stay above our previous bullish price target, as bullish price targets are just simply another word for resistance. And so we want to see it flip this prior resistance here at 0.10108, and then flip that to support. If we can do that, consolidate, right, and stay above there, we have the chance of continuing further bullishness. But below there, you know, most likely we're going to retest some of our previous levels, maybe around 0.00977. We'll just have to see. I'll be making sure to put out another update on Kaspa sometime soon. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'm out.